Darling, put on something sweet, yeah. Tonight we going and have some fun. I wanna know how the people feel.
We all have them times in every Caribbean student's life when they come to university abroad, they meet somebody and they're like, wait, squint the eyes a little bit, raise the eyebrows, and they're like, wait, where are you from? This is a podcast designed exactly for that. This is Weh Yuh Say, a podcast created by Caribbean students for Caribbean students. Weh Yuh Say was a podcast brought to you to have an avenue for students to think and hear about Caribbean problems, Caribbean talks, everything Caribbean, even about surviving Howard, all in one place. I am the DJ, the barber, the Mr. HUCSA Kyle West, a junior computer engineering major from the sweet island of Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm here with...
And I'm Arianna-Marie Sookram, social media coordinator for HUCSA, social media content creator, influencer, if you want to put that as well, from Trinidad and Tobago.
Stop. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is gonna just do a little short thing, like having a little fun fact about me and a little fun fact about Ariana. A little fun fact about me is that I was a national swimmer for Trinidad and Tobago for about 7 years. We traveled all around the Caribbean, Aruba, Barbados, Jamaica, and swam to represent my country.
My fun fact... What is my fun fact? Okay, my fun fact, I'm going to steal our president's fun fact because I am on board with her. I don't like plantain. I don't like fried plantain, boiled plantain. It's just too sweet. I don't really like it. I'll eat plantain chips though.
Okay. Right. Let's go with that. Now we're going to start with our first conversation. More or less like where this podcast came to be. My idea for this podcast was derived from the fact that I personally believe that things at Howard, when it comes to the Caribbean Student Association, it's kind of spaced out. You know, there isn't that constant reminder of, oh, we're Caribbean. Like, we're trying to create a home away from home, but we'll have an event one week, you know, we'll have some time in between, we have an event next week, and I wanted to bridge that gap. I want there to be a time where Caribbean people all around campus, they wake up, they can check their phone, okay, they check a little episode, a little podcast, a little reel where Caribbean people talk about real Caribbean problems. As an international student, being somebody in the cold weather, and then also just like interacting with people who are not Caribbean and just from different cultures, whether that be American, African, forgive me if I'm leaving those things around, but so that's where that derived from.
Please don't get us cancelled. This is the first episode.
Yeah, and I wanted to have spark something that people can look at, people can smile, and people can feel good about being Caribbean in a place that's so foreign to us. But now let's move around to a different question, like
What Kyle should actually move around to is to explain
They
what
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
HUCSA is one of the largest Caribbean groups here on campus. It was founded by Dr. Eric Williams, if you didn't know. Trinidadian, remember that. And we are about making campus a home away from home and connecting all cultures of the Caribbean together. Okay, Kat, you can continue.
Yeah. My bad. So we want to start to talk about like what does being Caribbean, not even just like in the United States, but just at Howard mean to you, right? So I'm gonna start here because I really like this topic. For me, now I'm very over Caribbean. I love my Caribbean culture to the bone. I'm sure a lot of you can say the same. Like you want to go somewhere and let every single person know, yeah, I'm from the Caribbean. Actually, I'm from Trinidad, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from St. Kitts, I'm from...
But Kyle, I'm asking you a question. To do that, do you put on a Yankee accent when you go anywhere else, or do you keep your accent? Because for me, just how you hear me talking now, I talk like this in work, at the grocery, if I see you outside. So do you keep your accent, or do you hi guys, my name is Kyle?
That's true. I mean, I would say I do keep it most of the time, but in certain situations, I don't know, it's something about learning from your parents, like time and place is where I would really like, let's say I'm going to a professional setting, and there's sometimes I'll be like, good day, sir, how are you?
And I've got to say, in all honesty, It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
So why do you feel like your Caribbean accent isn't suited for that professional setting? Because I can understand what they say. They don't understand us. The most I'll do is I'll slow down the way that I talk. I'll be like, "Hi, my name is Arianna-Marie Sookram." But that's it. Same cadence, same tone. Like you're still keeping it.
That's true. I feel that. Actually, I think that's something I'm supposed to fix because, like, at the same time, I feel the need to just because of all the pressure. And to be honest, I don't really like all the time when people ask me over and over,
Yeah.
"Weh Yuh Say? What? Weh Yuh Say?"
Wait, is he Jamaican or is he Trinidadian? This is the question we need to answer at the end of this podcast.
Anyway, yeah. They keep asking, "Weh Yuh Say? Oh, can you repeat that?" So I mean, I do it a little bit to just contribute to like the flow of things. You know, like I want to keep things going. I want to bridge that gap between, you know, not even just like me losing my accent, but just like the communication barrier. Because like we both speak English.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in one sense, like sometimes genuinely I can say the same thing over and over, like yeah boy, I went down the street so and I do this and that and that. People don't understand what I'm saying.
Over there?
Yeah, over there. The other day.
Never. No.
So-
I said stoop the other day. Stoop. Squat.
What? I say nah, I went and go by the car park. I said car park? It's a parking lot.
Parking lot.
You know what I mean? So, but I pick and choose. So in most settings, I can't lie. I go be bold-faced and I go tell my thing every single time. I'll be like, yeah man, where we going? So being Caribbean at Howard means to me about representation. Like, I want to make sure that my culture is very much represented in a place where, you know, people just don't understand it. So you'll always see me like, well, in freshman year, I always used to have like my little, you know, bandana, my Trini bandana hanging up, my little lanyard with my Trinidad stuff on it, always. And even when I'm outside, like I make sure sometimes to like use my accent, like overly use it to make sure people know, oh, where you from? I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, honey.
That's also how he gets the girls, and that's also how I get the boys.
I like that last one. Yeah. But yeah, that's what it means to me. You know, like I want to really like have our representation all over the world. You'll see little parts of it, but that's just my contribution. You know what I mean? What about you? What does feeling Caribbean like in Howard mean to you?
For me, it's exactly like what I was saying before, like keeping my accent. Like I don't change my accent wherever I am. Like the first thing somebody will be like, oh, where you from? Like where, like, because they know that I'm not from here. That's the most important thing to me. And also just, I cook the same foods that I would eat at home right here in America. Like dinner is never just meatloaf or chicken Alfredo. I had stew, beef and dumplings the other day, and I'm going home to have curry duck and dumpling also.
So what she's saying is,
No, you're
is
not-
a meeting
no,
at her house
no.
when we done this episode. That's what we're talking about.
No, I just feel like I always keep in tune with my culture as much as I could. Even something as simple as there's nothing like an American Christmas. Trini Christmas meet every single time. No white Christmas. Like
No.
that's it. Even in my content that I do, I make sure that the first thing that they say, like what diversifies you or makes you different. I'm Caribbean. I grew up in Trinidad. My parents are in Trinidad. Like that is where I'm from.
Now, what we're going to talk about is basically the conversations. Now, this is just an intro episode. So this is where we start the conversation going, give us a little intro to who we are and what we're going to be. But we're basically going to start to talk about like what episodes we're going to bring and what conversations we're going to keep having over the next few episodes to come, right? And a few of the topics is more or less like culture shock and adjustment. Like that's a really big topic, you know.
It is, but I also say at Howard, because of you being so like, okay, at Howard, the culture shock for me wasn't that big.
Okay.
Because people still had manners. I think it's something to do with like being from the South and like people coming up from the South and stuff like that.
Okay.
However, America works with that East Coast back.
East Coast, West Coast, yeah.
Like people still had a lot of manners. People were friendly, but I think that it doesn't hit you as hard because you're going to a HBCU. You still see people who look like you to a certain extent. But what was the most culture shock for me.
But she made a really good point there though. Like being at a HBCU, sometimes I'll be on campus or even around campus, and I'll actually forget that I'm in America.
Yeah.
Like I see I don't even see. I see so many like people that look just like me. It makes me feel even at home, even if like, you know, I don't see Caribbean people. And that's one thing I like.
Even the girl being right down the street, like that felt like right at home. You got a party in between
Big up
class.
the girl. Big up the girl.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. for
That's a
you.
food desert now.
Yeah. Our next one of our episodes is gonna start to talk about just like the community you have. Like we have a big lineman culture, and our lineman culture does not stop when we come
The
home.
culture shock was the parties. It's not like on TV. No. I can't shake my ass to Drake.
Yeah.
Or sexy red. Not for too long. Like, I don't want to hear coochie money, gold. Weed. Coochie money, gold, weed. No.
And genuinely, some people be asking us if we know American music. And we do. Like, I love a good Drake. I love a good, like, you know, Kendrick. Like, you know, I have...
Not in the same sentence.
Not in the same sentence.
Like, kinda crazy.
I can't big up one with a very nice. Both of them good, the goats. But yeah. But yeah, like we do still have a lot of those, but it's still certain like niche things that we just don't understand just yet. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start to talk about community and linemen and how we find a way to have that lineman culture up in the States, whether that be, you know, little house parties or something, you know what I mean? Our next topic we're gonna look into is the money and the struggles, because we all know as Caribbean students, we're all fighting for money to pay tuition. Oh my gosh. One, whether it be like converting our currency to USD, and the other finding scholarships or finding internships that will take us or sponsor us, you know what I mean? Another thing is just like identity. Like everybody starts to find a way to, because you know when you come to university, right, it's almost like people were telling you, oh, it's a place to redefine your identity.
I think I got more solidified in my identity, especially being at Howard, where every day is like a fashion show. No matter if it's cold, hot, indifferent, like every day somebody's gonna be stepping out. I feel like this is the place where you either like you stick with your Caribbean roots and like in the way that you dress, you talk, or like you style yourself. Because we know, but I don't know about all of them. I grew up in a house. If you're top out, your bottom covered. If you're bottom out, your top covered. Here is everything else.
Yeah.
So it's either like you stick within those foundations that your parents set for you, or you go not astray, because like to each their own. I'm with my woman. You dress how you want. Or like you reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
So
like I wouldn't lie, I never used to be so much into like trying to like dress like in such great fashion. You know, I was never into like fashion like that. But when I came to Howard and I saw that everybody stepped out almost every single, not every single day, but
no, every single day. Don't lie.
Every single
day. Like,
yeah, like I started to want to, okay, those are some things I wanted to tweak in order to become, you know, my best kind of self. You know, create that own Kyle West style of hair. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel like makeup too. I never used to do my makeup to the extent that I do it now, but I could still leave the house without a beat. Trust me, but I was doing my makeup almost every single day to go to class, and like my freshman, sophomore year, if it made me late to class, okay, no problem. At least I came in looking good.
Yeah, like the Caribbean. Hey, I want to tell you something. The Caribbean Students Association is where we have the best face cards, hands down. Let me just hear the audience say something there.
But I feel like that's also a part of Caribbean culture. Like, we are not going to class in our pajamas. We are getting up in the morning. We are taking a shower, brushing our teeth and eating, and putting on an outfit and going to class. Because what if I have to talk to my professor after class?
Exactly.
Pajamas.
What? And then I FaceTime my mom or dad. And she said, Kyle, we have on there. Mommy, that's what they just wear here. I don't want to hear that, Kyle. Go and put on some clothes. Yeah. On that topic of mom and dad, right? You know, one of the next episodes.
Mom and dad?
My mother and my father. My
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
My mother and my father. My mommy and my daddy.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. One of the next things we are going to talk about in one of our future episodes is family pressure. Oh my gosh. Like having to send your grades at the end of every semester, like, you know, all your family, because you know you're the, let's say maybe you're the one or the two who like move abroad to go and study university. All your family, your cousins, your auntie, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your cat,
Your tanty and nene.
your tanty, and they expecting you to do great things, you know, all of that. And sometimes some things are just not spoken about, but we do have that kind of like pressure that's be on our shoulders, even being up here. So at the same time, we're trying to like have fun, be who we are, like all those kind of stuff. We still have to think about, okay, if I post this, how's my mom gonna think about this? How's my dad gonna think about this? Like, you know, how is everybody gonna feel about what I'm doing? And then one of the other episodes is music, culture, and memory. Oh my gosh. Like, when I tell you, I've come to Howard and learned so much about the other islands and the music and the culture. I feel like Caribbean Student Association has taught me more about the other islands that I've learned anywhere else.
I've learned that the Bajan accent is very hard to understand.
Listen, cut you, the same color coming out.
Exactly.
All the way is one.
Exactly.
I've learned that.
Yeah. we would know that. We would
It's
know
been
that.
a little reinforced.
Yeah. Like, I've met people from all over the place. Like, our CSA president's from Antigua, like, you know, and this is where I start to bring all the cultures into one space. Like, yes, yeah, people come from other islands and visit us, let's say in Trinidad or other places. But this is the one place where I can see all of us combined into one room and generally try our best to pull the best parts out of everybody. Like, one thing I'll say is that, like, Jamaican people are very, very friendly. Like, they're bold. Like, they will tell you straight up in your face.
They're wrong either. Don't tell a Jamaican person they're wrong.
But they're one of the kindest people I can think about. You know what I mean?
The
Like,
sweetest.
the sweetest, you know what I mean? And then, like, even a lot of the Bajans and the Bahamians, some of the sweetest people you will ever meet. And that's what I love. Like, us being Caribbean, it's just about friendliness and family, right? And another thing that we're just gonna have throughout all the episodes is just storytelling. Like, I created this for us to want to have a place where we can all be authentic. So throughout these episodes, you're gonna start to see new guests come on, whether it be other people in the CSA or even from other orgs. You know what I mean? Like African Student Association, we're looking to have a segment with them. But it was a place where we can all come together and have a voice, an authentic, fun voice, where we can talk about our experiences, our struggles, and hopefully at the end of the day, we'll have a goal where at least a few people, whether it be 5 people, 10 people, can look at our post, our reel, our podcast, and just put a smile in your face and be like, wow, yeah, no, this feels like home. I'm glad they're doing this. That's the goal for this podcast, and that's what we're really aiming for as a Caribbean Student Association. So, is there anything you want to leave anybody with our first episode?
Yes. I was very much against giving a man a mic. We know in this day and age of men and podcasts, it's not the best. But Kyle has explained himself very well, and this initiative is very good. It's actually something that we need, and to also like really lay the foundation and set in stone HUCSA for the next set of students that's going to take his place as Mr. HUCSA, which is pageant is coming up soon.
Pageant is coming up soon.
Who is going to continue the legacy. So hopefully this is something that he could hand over after his time at Howard, and that we see go beyond him. So
yes.
Yeah, it's okay to give them a platform sometimes.
Okay, we're not gonna speed past that sentence. Like, if she didn't just give men a mic. Men, come on, please, in the comments, please save us. Like help me out a little bit. Like, we have some interesting topics to talk about. Like, we have a
Woman and rum and woman and rum and woman and rum and woman and
Yeah, I mean, besides that, we have some intellectual topics to talk about. So I'm really glad that we're doing this, and I hope to see you guys at the next episode. So next time you see somebody, you know, come to you and be like, yo, where you from? You know, Wey Yuh Say.
Yeah.
I got the innocence. make it